I live in a car now.
Spoiler alert, I'm living in my car.
Today I'm moving into my car.
Today is the day that we're moving into the 2012 Scion XB.
I have moved into a Honda Civic.
My 2007 Honda Civic.
This 2006 Toyota Prius.
My 2008 Toyota Prius.
Our 1986 Ford Getaway van.
I got a van. This is the van.
Recently, one of my friends told me there's nothing original about living in a van, and she was definitely right. The concept of van life broke into the mainstream consciousness a long time ago, and the story has been told 1,000 different times since. You can even watch a CBS special on it now, which is how you know the concept's been pushed kind of to its limit.
America is a land of vast, open spaces. But while we've long romanticized the open road, very few of us would want to live here.
To me, it seems like the narrative around van life has really shifted. You know, instead of glamorizing the lifestyle like we would have in 2015, it seems like all the articles these days are focused on the downsides and trying to expose van life for the sham that it is.
10 reasons why van life sucks.
7 reasons that van life sucks.
Our top 10 reasons why van life sucks.
I don't have a toilet.
Like, I don't want to go in this sketchy ass gas station.
We have to shower, in public showers and use public toilets.
We didn't have running water. We didn't have electricity.
And there's no Wi-Fi.
My pictures didn't get many likes.
You're ready to go and make your morning smoothie, and then all of a sudden, you don't have any power.
I think the hardest part is like serial killers.
And on top of that, it seems like the public is becoming more aware of the negative impacts that careless van lifers can have on a city's residents and its existing homeless populations. And we're also starting to talk about the amount of privilege it takes just to be able to choose this lifestyle. It's a much more realistic and critical viewpoint than what we've seen in the past. To me, looking at this narrative shift, there is a clear meaning. It tells me that as an audience, we're just tired of the van life story. Like, we've seen it enough times that we don't need to see it again. I think that the time to cash in on that social clout has definitely passed. So then, with that being the case, why do people still do it? I think it's important to remember that long before van life was ever cool, it was actually very not cool.
I am 35 years old, I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
You know, for most of history, people who lived in their van were generally considered to be doing not so great. Like, if you found out that your friend Doug from high school was living in his van, you thought, oh no, where did Doug go wrong? He was doing so well, he had such a promising future.
The archetypal failed character in American life is the guy in the van down by the river. That's it. You want to say you're a loser, that's how you would describe it.
You know, this idea that living in your van would be anything close to glamorous is only a recent development. I think in the past, people expected the lifestyle to be uncomfortable and inconvenient and socially ostracizing, but they accepted that because for whatever reason, it was the best alternative they had to a traditional living situation. For me, moving into my car isn't some wistful adventure. You know, I didn't do it expecting it to be interesting or exciting. It was a practical decision I made by looking at my finances, looking at my career ambitions, and realizing that a 40-hour work week and a monthly rent payment aren't going to get me to where I want to be. And I think when you look at the system of, stagnating wages and skyrocketing rent costs, I don't think it's surprising that you see so many people, especially like young artists and content creators, choosing to go down this route. Like, I don't want to work a full-time job just so I can spend half my paycheck on rent in a crappy studio apartment where the heat goes out every other week. That's just not an appealing way to live, Like, yes, I'm looking for an alternative. I'm looking for something else. So yeah, I don't think van life is cool anymore, but I get why people do it. And I think we could stand to change the way we look at it as not being something that people do for the adventure or for Instagram or whatever other reasons, but just as being a viable alternative to a system that isn't working. So yeah, this is the life I'm choosing. Last week, I quit my job and I moved into this Chevy Malibu. My passion is for telling stories and making videos, and I really want to build up this YouTube channel. But I understand it could be a while before that starts becoming a profitable venture. I have about 250 subscribers right now. Like, that's the definition of too soon to quit your day job, but here we are. So that got kind of off track, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna make a lot of great videos. Alright, now let's switch things up a little bit. I don't want this channel to focus on me living in my car because, as I've said, that's been done before, but I'm sure a lot of you have questions, so I'll do some frequently asked questions. First one, where do you shower? At the gym. Where do you use the bathroom? Well, I usually hang out in places that have bathrooms, like when I'm at the library or the gym, and if I'm out camping, then I just do the normal camping bathroom routine. Why do you sleep in the driver's seat? Okay, so I get this question so often. People think that I'm doing this wrong by sleeping in the driver's seat, but I absolutely promise you that sleeping in the driver's seat of a Chevy Malibu is the best way to do it. Without a doubt, no questions. Next question. Now that you quit your job, what do you do for income? So before I had my 9-to-5 office job, I actually worked as a full-time freelancer. I did photo, video, and graphic design work. And now that I quit my old job, I'm going back to doing freelancing. If you own a business or if you work for a business that does freelance work like this, you can go to my website. The link is in the description, and you can see some of my previous works. You can see my contact info, and it'd be really cool if you hired me. So if you have any more questions about my setup or my life or anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them. I also want to say thanks to everyone who has subscribed to me recently. I know it's been a while since I posted my last video, but there are a lot of cool things coming up, so, stay tuned, I guess. So thanks for coming along this journey with me, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.